before I came to Mount Sinai, I went to Rutgers University in New Brunswick, and I was really interested in research there. I majored with cell biology and neuroscience, and I was doing well. So when that was ending, I decided to apply to graduate programs, and of the ones I applied to, I decided to go to Mount Sinai. So I moved from suburban New Jersey to Manhattan, and the past 5 years I've been loving it ever since. Right now, what I'm working on is in the lab with Greg Phillips on protocoherent molecules in neurons, which tell different components of the neurons where to go inside the cell. So if protocoherents are messed up, the different parts of the neurons don't get to where they need to go, and that's bad. So we're mapping which part of the molecule is important for the intracellular trafficking. Also, I'm finishing up some projects using time-lapse live microscopy of neurons, showing how the different parts grow and how they connect to each other, how synapses are built, how different kinds of synapses change over time. But that was my thesis work. I'm wrapping that up, and until before I graduate, I'm helping Greg with his project on this protocoherence. An interesting thing about Mount Sinai is that there's the hospital building, there's research buildings, they're all connected by these tunnels. So at different times in my time here, I've had friends and relatives in Mount Sinai Hospital, so I wanted to visit them. So I would take the elevator down from my lab, walk under the tunnel that I take every day, and walk into the hospital and visit them for half an hour or whatever, then go right back to work. It was so wild visiting someone in the hospital that I worked in the lab part of the hospital. My future goals, now that I'm wrapping up my PhD, believe it or not, I'm applying to medical school to start a year from now. So trying to figure out how to fill that year. I might keep working in the lab I did my thesis in. I'm also reaching out to some other labs in the New York area, maybe do a collaboration, continue my live imaging studies of synapses with a laboratory that's more well-equipped, really well-equipped with the right microscopes to continue studies that I'd really like to finish up before I start medical school, hopefully in September. I would recommend Mount Sinai to a student because there's so many different investigators in a variety of disciplines. I'm in neuroscience, so that's what I know the most about. I'm very happy in my lab. I have a lot of friends who are happy and successful in their labs, so there's lots of choices there. It's growing, especially neuroscience in Mount Sinai. They're building this new building up Madison Avenue. It's going to have even more labs, so that's great. And then there's a location in New York City which is terrific. We're kind of on the upper edge of the Upper East Side, so you get some Upper East Side flavor and you get some Spanish Harlem flavor.